Hello everyone, my name is B.O.B. and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. And today we're going to build this little melon or pumpkin farm. So this is a simple little starter melon and or pumpkin farm. It's not going to produce anything at spectacular rates. It's not lossless. It's something you'd want to toss together real quick in order to, I don't know, accumulate a stockpile so you could build something a bit more industrial. I have something a bit more industrial tutorial coming soon. And then if you wanted to tear it back down again later on, it isn't actually that difficult to do because there isn't a whole lot to it. Uh, and of course, if you wanted, you could stick with this design and just kind of expand upon it. Um, but I mean, if speed and efficiency is really what you're going for, this probably isn't the model for you. I mean, you will get some loss. The blocks drop to the side sometimes rather than into the hopper that they're supposed to go into. See, as you can see there. Uh, but I mean, it will collect most of those drops. A lot of this is just from testing. Obviously, the pumpkins are because I don't have pumpkins planted in this one. But like I said, it's just a simple little thing you could throw together to get yourself started. And then, once you get more established, you can move into something a bit more industrial. Now, as we take a look into our materials chest here, you can see this isn't the cheapest melon and pumpkin farm you can build, but it is fairly cheap. You just got the one chest, three hoppers, two observers, one sticky piston, two regular pistons, one redstone repeater, one dash of redstone dust. You want two buckets of water. Really, you could do it with one, but I'd recommend two just to make it symmetrical. Uh, and you'll want three pieces of dirt, 13 building blocks of your choice, give or take. You might want to add in or take out a few here and there. Uh, I'm using 6 glass blocks and 2 sea lanterns in this design. Not 100% necessary. You might want to build in the sides with glass and build in the back with some sort of block and have some lighting sources. It doesn't necessarily have to be this combination. Just light it up and build it in. So the area for this build is a 5x7 space, and to get started we're going to come directly in the center here, that very front block. We're going to place our collection chest right there. Now let's come around to the back of that collection chest, and we're going to crouch place a hopper feeding into that, and then crouch place hoppers feeding in to the sides of that hopper. Next, we're going to want to put our dirt right up against those three hoppers. So let's go ahead and place that across there. And that's probably going to turn to grass while we're building here, but that's no big deal. We're just going to till it later. But we will want to put in our walls. So let's lay down 1, 2, 3 solid building blocks on each side. And they aren't all exactly necessary, but you do want some sort of a structure around the thing, right? But now let's come one block away from the dirt and place 1, 2, 3 of those solid blocks across the back here. And then it's this little gap right here is where we're going to put our water sources, so let's grab those now. And what you'll want to do is just place one bucket in each corner of this, so it'll create an infinite source right there, keeping all our dirt hydrated once we farm it. So let's go ahead and place a sticky piston right in that center block on the back of the structure here, and we're going to place a solid block right on the face of that sticky piston, and then we're going to place a temporary block right in front of that on top of that dirt, so we can just hop up on top, and we're going to place an observer facing down at that temporary block. Now we can break that out of there. Next, we're going to come up and stand on top of our sticky piston, and we are going to place a regular piston on the back of that observer facing the back of the machine, and then we're going to come down beside this solid block here, and we're going to place another observer on the face of that regular piston, just like that. So we want a solid block right here on top of this sticky piston, and another solid block off the back of that sticky piston, and then we're going to take a repeater signal from this solid block here. So we're going to place that repeater right here, and we want to set that thing to 4 ticks. 2, 3. So yeah, set it down, click it 3 times, and then we're going to stack up so we can pull a redstone signal off of that repeater. We're going to feed it directly into this block, have a dash of redstone dust on top of that block, and right beside that dash of redstone dust have another regular piston facing back at this observer. And that's it. That's the redstone part of it all done. Now we just need to get in some lighting sources and glass blocks to kind of build it all in a little bit. Now, like I said, this is just the combination I'm using. You could do it a little bit differently if you choose, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one lighting source here, one lighting source here, and then bring glass walls up the side of this thing. Um, you could just wrap it all the way around in glass and put torches on top, or just build solid blocks all around it and put torches on top. However you want to do that, that's up to you. You just kind of want to build somewhat of a frame around it to ensure that the plants that get broken come towards the hopper. And even still, like I said, they're not all 100% going to go into those hoppers. Some will kind of bounce off to the side. But it's not really a big deal. Like I said, this one isn't really meant to produce on a massive scale. We just need to till our land and get some things growing here. Okay, so I got my diamond hoe here, and I'm going to just till that block, and in this farm I'm going to go ahead and plant pumpkins, since I got melons growing in that one over there. And that's it. From there, you can just kind of let it go. If you want, you could just bone meal these stalks to get them started, to get it producing a little bit faster. But I mean, you can't bone meal in the actual pumpkin, so that's as far as you could go with that. But yeah, if you did it that way, at least it'll actually start producing much quicker. But of course, when we've built a new machine, we need to take it for a little test run. And since I can't bone meal in the actual pumpkins, I'm just going to place one right here. As you can see, it breaks it, pushes it right down into this chest. And as I spoke about before, yeah, you're going to have that. You're going to have cases where they just kind of pop off to the side and they don't go into the chest. And if you happen to see those, you can come by and pick them up and then just drop them into the hopper. But like I said, this is just meant to be a little starter farm. It's not meant to produce on a massive scale. Now, my friends, that completes today's tutorial. Now, as I may have said earlier in the video, if you're looking for something that produces a little bit faster, I do have a more industrial melon and pumpkin farm, which I plan on releasing a tutorial for very soon. But, you know, in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, you found it helpful, please remember to hit that like button. And if you're interested in seeing more from me, consider hitting that subscribe button as well. This is way you'll know when that industrial design comes out. I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching and wish you all a wonderful day.